Okay, today quick tutorial on how to change your brake pads. Super easy thing, but first you got to take them off. Use your 5mm Allen key that came with your tool kit. Take the brake off, which is just these two screws. Alright, one thing I want you to watch out for is there's a washer right here, but there's also one between the brake support and the frame of the bike. Make sure that that gets back in there after. It usually just falls to the floor. The crumbs you see falling off, that's just some Loctite I used, the blue Loctite. Now see right behind here there's a washer. Just make sure that gets back in there. Alright, now these are your brakes in there. Alright, for the brake shoes, it's just your 3mm, and it's just a single screw right there that shoots all the way through and comes out the other side. And it's just one single pin, and that's all that's holding in your brake shoes. So loosen this one screw off, the 3mm. Okay. So, hold them in place. You don't really have to, but if you want to see how they're going back in, that's all it is. Pop these out, just push on this side, and you'll see that they come right out here. Just grab them. They're tiny. See, my shoes are mostly worn out. This is the spring that just pushes them all back, and you can see that it just clicks right back in like that. Show you the new ones. Alright, and to put these back together, all it is this thing. It just sits right on top of that. All that is a spring. It doesn't clip in or anything, but you'll see that they just go into place. They just pinch together like that. Now that you got them apart, you got to take these, they're called slave cylinders, just open it up a little bit, because these brakes are a little thicker than they were because the other ones are worn down. Let's see. See if I can do it with this tool. It doesn't take much, you just kind of push it up against the side. Sometimes I just use a screwdriver. Now, let's see. Just open that, yep, there it goes. And push it back through. There, they actually kind of clicked right into place. When they're in there, the spring holds them in place until you get your screw ready. Feed your screw through. I wouldn't put Loctite on this little guy. Make sure that the screw goes through both brakes and the center spring. Snug it up. Just snug, not too tight. Now that should fit over top of the disc. Yes, it does. And don't forget about those washers that gotta go in between here. I'm gonna get some more Loctite here. Just I'm gonna keep the brake out of the way just to get this started. Okay, so it's holding it in place. Alright. So that washer's on, and then you can just lightly thread it. Then it's pretty much on. You just gotta tighten it. There's no more adjusting it. Make her fairly snug here. Same thing, you don't want these guys too tight. Just good and tight. Just don't lean on it. Piece of cake. When you get good at this should only take you about 10 minutes per break. You don't even need to be good at it. Take an hour if you want. It's free labor. It's that easy. Pump it a couple times before you go for a ride. There we go. Bingo.